Okay, confession time. I have a love-hate relationship with spicy food. I love it, right up until that moment when I start sweating, crying, and taking a bottle of Prilosec for a week after.
But this helps.
But here's the thing, that little thrill, that I dare you, is exactly why I keep coming back for more. So when I came across this spicy story of Nashville Hot Chicken, I just had to share it with you. So buckle up, because this is a tale of how a woman scorned accidentally created $1 billion food craze and made the whole world sweat along the way. It's a global obsession, a culinary dare, a flavor so addictive it causes lines to snake down city blocks from Nashville to LA and everywhere in between. Nashville Hot Chicken. But what if I told you this entire billion-dollar industry wasn't the invention of a master chef? What if it wasn't even an invention at all? The truth behind the world's hottest food trend is far more dramatic, more human, and far, far spicier than you could ever imagine. Because the legend of Nashville Hot Chicken wasn't born in a kitchen. It was born from a broken and vengeful heart. They say hell hath no fury as a woman scorned. Our story kicks off in Nashville, Tennessee during the Great Depression. Even when times were tough, the nights in Music City were alive, buzzing with the sounds of jazz and the promise of a good time. And right in the middle of it all was Thornton Prince III. To hear his great niece, Andre Prince Jeffries, tell it, he was a man who commanded attention. He was tall, good-looking, and had beautiful wavy hair, she remembers with a laugh, but his charm was also his weakness. As Andre puts it plainly, he was totally a ladies' man, and he sure had plenty of them. They say love is blind, but it isn't deaf. And one morning, after one too many of Thornton's late-night escapades, his girlfriend's patience ran out. She had spent another lonely night waiting, and the frustration had turned into a cold, hard anger. She wasn't just hurt, she was done. She knew his favorite meal was his Sunday morning fried chicken, a dish meant for comfort and love. But there was no love in this chicken. Not this time. No, this time the chicken was going to be her revenge. As Andre muses, back in the 30s, she couldn't just run to the grocery store to get something. She had to use whatever was in her kitchen. So she grabbed every hot spice she could find, creating a recipe designed to scorch his tongue and his pride. She served him the plate, holding her breath, waiting for the explosion, but it never came. Thornton took a bite, and to her disbelief, he loved it. Her plan of revenge backfired. He took the recipe to his brothers, and they loved it too. The barbecue chicken shack was born. The woman who created the heat vanished from the story. Her name lost to time, but her legacy was cemented forever, a fact not lost on the family matriarch. As Andre Prince Jeffrey says with a wry smile, we don't know who the lady was, but hey, we're still profiting from it today. My mother used to always say, she says, if you know people are going to talk, give them something to talk about. You're going to talk about this chicken. Thornton and his brothers turned that fire revenge into a plan. Their first official spot, the barbecue chicken shack, set on the corner of Jefferson Street and 28th Avenue, right in the heart of Black Nashville. This was never about getting rich. Thornton was a pig farmer. His brothers worked other jobs. As Andre Prince Jeffries explains, the shack was about survival. Because they all worked day jobs, they opened the restaurant only after their shifts ended. It was just a little extra to try to get by, she says, try to get some more bills paid. But it became a late-night legend, staying open until midnight on weekdays and an incredible 4 a.m. on weekends. They created a unique culture. Prince's wasn't where you went for dinner. It was where the night ended. Because of those late hours, Andre and her siblings didn't grow up in the restaurant, but the restaurant always came home to them. My father would bring some home and put it on the stove on Saturday night, Andre remembers. When we'd get up on Sunday morning, my sisters and I would see that greasy little bag on the stove, and the fight was on. After a few years, the shack moved downtown into a notorious area called Hell's Half Acre, right near the Ryman Auditorium, the home of the Grand Ole Opry.
The Grand Ole Opry of Nashville.
Why can't you be true? Old man believe.
One night, a country star named George Morgan was leaving the Opry and smelled something incredible. He followed his nose and discovered the barbecue chicken shack. He loved the food and he loved the hours. Soon, after every performance, a parade of Opry stars was headed to Prince's. But this new popularity created a problem in the segregated South. The Princes needed a place to seat their new white celebrity clientele without alienating their loyal black customers. So they built a separate room for their white guests, but it was at the back of the building. To get there, the Opry stars had to walk through the main dining room and the kitchen, a subtle but powerful reversal of the era's racial norms.
We had a lot of Grand Ole Opry people that would come in, and after the shows and sit down, they came in through the back door.
Decades passed, Thornton died, and his brother Will took over. The business was forced to move again and again due to urban renewal projects. Then a family falling out led their cook, a man named Bolton Pope, to leave and start his own place. This was the birth of Bolton's, Prince's first true rival, and the beginning of a citywide debate. Which chicken was hotter? Which was better? By 1980, the legacy was in peril. The family was aging and the business was being run by Thornton's great aunt Maud. It was time for a new generation. Andre Prince Jeffries was a recently divorced mother of two, working a job in city government. Her mother was sick and her family worried she couldn't provide for her children alone. It was great aunt Maud who decided Andre should take over Prince's. Her mother told her to accept. It wasn't a dream, it was a duty. Andre took over the restaurant, and her first acts were decisive. She moved the business one last time to a strip mall in East Nashville because, as she says, it seemed like every weekend we were getting robbed. She earned the respect of the tough new neighborhood, and she renamed the restaurant. I took out the barbecue because this was never barbecue, she explains. It was now and forever Prince's Hot Chicken Shack. She wasn't just the new owner, she was the matriarch who had finally brought the wandering legend home. For over 70 years, hot chicken was Nashville's best-kept secret. The explosion started with a few key pilgrims. Former Nashville Mayor Bill Purcell became its biggest champion, famously calling his regular table at Prince's his second office. He helped it go from a hidden gem to a local tradition. Then national food writers like Jane and Michael Stern made the journey, broadcasting the legend to the country on NPR. They didn't just describe the food, they described the experience, the raw, authentic, unchained soul of a place. The secret was out. The national attention created a boom, and one restaurant knew exactly how to capitalize on it. Hattie B's. Opening in 2012, Hattie B's became the brilliant translator of hot chicken. They took the raw fire of Prince's and Bolton's and created a version the rest of the world could easily digest. With tourist-friendly locations, savvy marketing, and a regular menu, Hattie B's didn't invent hot chicken, but they arguably invented the hot chicken craze, creating the blueprint for its global expansion. Hattie B's opened the floodgates. Soon a new generation exploded, from LA's Howlin' Rays to the franchise giant Dave's Hot Chicken. The dare created in a 1930s kitchen was now a viral TikTok challenge. But with all the new competition, all the shiny new restaurants in nicer parts of town, was Andre worried about losing her customers? My customers, they try all these different places that are popping up, she says with a confident smile, but then they come right back here. Might take them a little while, but they come back to the real thing. They tell me all the time, you still got it. She pauses, the pride of 80 years of family history in her voice. Of course, that makes me feel real good. The only question left, she insists, is which family member will be the next to carry on the family name. From one woman's moment of fiery passion, an entire industry was born. The fire that started in her family's kitchen now burns across the globe. It's in the massive tourist-filled lines at Hattie B's. It's in the social media craze of Dave's Hot Chicken. It's in countless local spots and food trucks in nearly every city. The legend now belongs to the world. So we have to ask you, who do you think carries the torch best today? Is it the original icon Prince's, the modern classic Hattie B's, or is there another spot that you think has perfected the heat? Tell us who makes the best hot chicken in the comments below. And be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more behind the scenes stories like this one from Backstreet Bites.